Toast with magic. I need more, please. They're inside. My fellow companions. They're waiting. I need to open the entrance. Feed me. Pour the magic into me. Feed me with the glow. All you have. I beg you. They're waiting for the passage to open. I don't want them to wait. Feed me. They're waiting for the... Toast with magic. I need more.
Halt! No entry, outsider. Because I said so. Compliments will get you nowhere. You don't even know where you're trying to barge in? You're either very brave or terribly stupid. This is the village of the Volker tribe, and we don't need your kind wandering around, gawking like fools. Then pass through some other way. The only way forward is down, and trust.
I sensed your approach, my king. I, Gurfan of the Gunvaldir tribe, salute you as my forefathers decreed. All right, you've had your fun. Now, since it seems like Arthur hasn't completely taken you over, we can speak like normal people. Tell me, how does it work with the two of you? Does the king speak through you sometimes, or is he just a passenger in your head? Will he ever come out and talk to me face to face, or does he just sit there quietly, never getting involved? Either way, I've got a few things to say to him. Not exactly polite ones. Ah, so he won't be speaking. Still too weak, is he? Not surprising. Well, then give my regards to the old man. Tell him the Gunvaldir tribe stayed loyal to the old treaties right to the end. The same can't be said of the Camelocians, a pack of cowardly dogs without honor. I hope Arthur's squirming in your head, seeing what his beloved capital has been up to. Normal ones, honorable. He entrusted us with the forlorn swords and his crown, the one he used to command giants. We were sworn to guard them. In return, Camelot was supposed to leave us alone, now and forever. But the Camelocians didn't hold up their end of the deal. May their souls rot in the Wyrdness. Can you hear me, Arthur? The treaty is rubbish. I'm rallying the tribes, and we're marching on Camelot. Nothing can stop us anymore. Except ourselves, damn it. Why? He's barely gotten his life back, and not even all of it. Does he have a death wish or something? There's a passage, sure. And if you're Arthur, it will open for you. Go ahead, if you think you're strong enough. Nobody's gonna stop you. But let me warn you, it's not going to be an easy journey, or a short one. Well, the giants are asleep, at least on the surface. But below, what if they wake up when they see Arthur? I doubt they'll be happy. And if the giants weren't enough, there are still the monsters, and other surprises. The legends about this place make it all pretty clear. If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. At least, not until you're sure you have the strength to handle what's hiding inside, or without the blessing of the tribes, as agreed 600 years ago. You'd know that if you remembered our agreements, Arthur. Yes, the funny thing about our king, as you may already know, was that he was pretty sure of himself and his abilities. He knew he could march in there, grab his crown whenever he wanted, so he didn't sweat when he made a deal with our ancestors. He said he'd come back for his royal hat, only if the kingdom was in a dire situation, and if all tribes agreed to let him. Traditionally, this was meant to be done during a moot, an assembly of the tribes, and I'm calling one, so we can help each other out, if you're up for it. Well, I need the chieftains to come here because we have to agree on a united front if we're going to fight Camelot. And I want to make damn sure that we fight Camelot not as a solitary tribe, like hot-headed One-Eye once, but as a united force. But I'm worried that something might be keeping them from leaving their villages. I'd like you to look into it. They won't. Our tribes aren't exactly known for getting along, and gathering them all in one place at the same time. That's almost a miracle. But now they've left Gunvaldir in its time of need, and they're ashamed. And that's even worse. That's why you have to shame them even more, so that they have no choice but to come here or risk their honor. And if they say they won't come because, then you'll deal with a because, right? After all, you're the king, aren't you? Exactly. There's only one sane course of action, but you do you. I'll be waiting. I'm not going anywhere. As a Gunvaldir, I've got nowhere to go anyway. And an eye for an eye. There's no other way. Does that surprise you? I was the one who honored the old treaties Camelot violated. I was the one who tried to convince One Eye not to throw people into guerrilla warfare, but to organize a proper military campaign instead. But for that, I'd need united tribes, and getting us all to work together on our own turf, that's proven to be exceptionally difficult. If you ask me, I got scared. The giant in our village started glowing. Maybe waking up, maybe coming alive. Whatever it is giants do. We were glad, though the other tribes, not so much. They envied us, no doubt about that. And that's probably why they didn't lift a finger to help when Camelot invaded our lands. Us, the Dalrida, we have changed. We're a shadow of our ancestors. But we were not the first to raise our weapons. Well, you see, the giants for us are a bit like gods. We call them our protectors. It's a tradition dating back to the battles of the Age of Legends. The Dalrita befriended the giants long before Arthur ever did. There was peace between us, even when we stood on opposite sides of the war. We honor them because we believe that when they awaken, they will repay our care with their protection. It's good to have allies like them. What can I tell you? We're gone. Only a few of us are left, scattered across all of Avalon. I'm still here, and so is One Eye. He's convinced he can take Camelot with a handful of hot-headed youngsters. Foolish dreams, suicide, call it what you like. We were brave, proud, and deeply connected to nature. Each of us bonded our soul to an animal, sharing strength between us. I won't tell you more than that. I don't want to. I can't. All of this is still too fresh for me, too raw. King Arthur! His presence clings to you like a shadow, unmistakable to those who still remember him. Your words, your actions, they carry the weight of him. The way you stand, even your damn stubbornness. Arthur always left his mark on those he touched. The Gunvelder haven't forgotten. Betrayed by Camelot or not, our blood still remembers the old king. But don't mistake my recognition for trust. If Arthur truly walks with you, prove it. Show me his legacy still lives and breathes. As of now, 4. The Volker, the Svein, the Ulfra, and the Toyd. Each one with its role, each one with its problems. The Volker were our berserkers, Mather's chosen warriors, unstoppable in battle. But Mather abandoned them, or so they believe. Now their rage is dulled, and they're slipping into despair. If we don't reignite their spirit, we risk losing them entirely. The Svein are hunters and guardians of something ancient, what they call a god. Forest devilry, if you ask me. Dangerous enough for us to keep our distance. The Ulfra are warriors, the best of us. Or they were. They've gone silent. No word from their chieftain, no sign of life near the haunted keep. I fear what might have befallen him. Mages, clever but strange. Their power is real, but their methods, unsettling. They see the world differently. Useful in a fight, but don't expect to understand them. Still, strength is strength, even if it's wrapped in riddles and sparkles. Each tribe carries a part of our legacy. If we are to stand together again, we'll need them all, even the ones who've lost their way. Yes? Who have...
This is the entrance to the king's threat. Wouldn't it be wiser to draw on the wisdom of the local tribes before we go in? We must be strong and worthy to walk this path. One can never have too much experience. I agree. They might tell us something that helps us make the best possible decision. Let's go see what the Dalrita are struggling with. It's always been worth having them on our side. War never makes sense. It is a tool for survival. Had I refused to wage war against the Foredwellers, humanity would never have survived on Avalon. So if Gurfhanna declares war on Camelot, Avalon will once again drown in blood. But don't ask me what I think of it. Through your eyes, I see that Camelot is no longer the place I left behind. When I gave the forlorn swords to the tribes of the Dalrita, there was nothing of substance here. A few abandoned giant caves, the occasional lone pillar, nothing more. What stands now must have arisen after my time. And I must admit, I'm impressed with how they've made it their own. Their resilience speaks for itself.
Halt! Bow your head when you stand before the king. Bow before King Nobody, the indomitable defender, the scourge of his enemies, the slayer of monsters. I am King Nobody the Bold, King Nobody the Strong, King Nobody the Great. I see you come from distant lands. What brings you here? Do you bear gifts for your lord, or a sword in your hand to take my crown? I don't believe in coincidences. The gods themselves must have sent you, knowing there was one who matches their greatness. Or my enemies, hoping to vanquish me by your hand. I am not sure which it is, but I will keep my eye on you. You must either be blind or foolish to say such a thing. Look at all these walls, covered in the chronicles of my glory. Look at all the gold I wear. Look at my throne. No one has ever managed to take it from me. Ha! So you do have eyes. No, my grace. I will allow you to stay and continue admiring my majesty. The greatest this world has ever known. My heroic deeds are immortalized on the walls of this very throne room. I won the Battle of the Six Chieftains. I conquered the Wyrdness and defeated the beasts of the mist. I endured the trials of iron and fire and claimed the crown of the Kings of Kings. The chieftains of the five Delarida tribes stood united against me. I faced them alone on a rocky plain, with a sword in one hand and an axe in the other. They lunged at me like wild dogs, yelling that I was not worthy, that I should leave their lands. I killed them one by one, and their blood flowed like a river. They wished to shame me, to strip me of my name and cast me out. But their bodies laid on the plain, and I am remembered in songs. I was barely a child. They strapped a breastplate on me twice as heavy as I was, and forced me to walk across burning ash. I could barely stand on my feet as the iron pressed me into the coals. I walked a few steps and... No, I did not fall. I walked without hesitation. Yes, I remember it well. Everyone was cheering, and the elders of the tribe proclaimed me the High Chieftain, the King of Kings. I braved the great water on a raft made of leather and bone. I sailed day and night, and when the thick Wyrdness came, I drank it in with every breath. I reached a land that had never been marked on any map. I went into a valley shrouded by dense fog when the beast sprang at me. It wore a skull in place of a face, with 3 eyes and gaping jaws bristling with teeth. I lunged at it and split its skull with a single blow. It didn't even have time to howl. Arthur? The one who claimed the right to rule Avalon for himself? Arthur, in whose name Camelot is killing the Delarita? Face me in a duel. I will show you who the only true king is. nobody again. I don't want to be a nobody. The king is dead. Long live the king! I had a name.
Ah, there you are. My, you're even more beautiful up close. Such strong, shapely arms. Say, would you do me a tiny little favor? No, never. You mortals say such hurtful things about us. Are we not pleasing to the eye? Don't our voices brighten the days of sailors and fishermen? We admire you from afar. Yet you spread such terrible rumors about us. Eat? Oh no, that's ghastly. We eat only krill and seaweed. As for drowning, well, sometimes a mortal becomes so enamored with our song, they try to swim out to us, but we live far from the shore, and before they realize they won't make it, it's already too late. We try to save them, but our arms are weak, and your bodies are so firm and heavy, you end up dragging us down too. It always breaks our little hearts. We mourn every mortal who meets such a fate. There was a terrible storm not long ago. It was so fierce it even woke the abyssal terror. The sea's fury was so great, it swept one of my treasure boxes onto the shore. It's still out there somewhere in the sand. But now that the waters are calm, I can't reach it. Will you help me, beautiful mortal? I miss my little trinkets so very much. Well, not to you, perhaps. But that box is dear to my heart. My sisters and I spent many tides gathering our treasures. Once we have enough, we'll offer them to a sea witch, and in return, she'll grant us human legs for a day. We'll be able to dance with beautiful mortals until sundown. Maybe I'll even get to dance with you. Oh, don't worry. I'd never let my beautiful mortal go unrewarded. especially after working so hard for a silly little thing like this. Oh, thank you. I'll stay here and enjoy the view. The longer you stay near me, the harder it will be to leave. I promise you that. Oh, thank you so much, my sweet, sweet mortal. You worked so hard to get it. I saw everything from here, and I must confess, I couldn't look away. Your body is so strong, yet so elegant. I watched you, and my fingers ached to trace every line of you. It was all-consuming. Have you ever felt that way, my beautiful mortal? Like your whole body was burning, and only another's touch could quench the flame? Neither had I, until now. You, my beautiful mortal, are unlike any other. The thought of your hands on me makes me shiver. No one has ever made me crave like this. Oh, but it is. Just not the kind you fear. Though I wouldn't mind tasting your flesh, feeling it warm and alive beneath my lips. In fact, I'd like that very much. I do not know this Arthur you speak of. I am a Morgan. I care nothing for mortal kings. My kind bows only to the sea. No, it's you, my beautiful mortal. Just you. It's your eyes I long to gaze into. Your arms I want wrapped around me. Your lips I ache to feel against mine. Good. Morgans are possessive creatures. And none of my sisters will ever have you. None of them deserve you. I want you for myself. I want to drive you mad with desire. I want you to think about my touch for the rest of your mortal life. All you have to do is come closer. That's it. Just give in to me, my beautiful mortal. Let me show you a Morgan's passion.
The touch of her cold, wet lips douses the flames of your desire. As her claws break the skin of your neck, you begin to realize just how much of a fool you've been. You try to struggle, but her grip is unyielding. Before you can cry out, she pulls you down into the frigid depths. You open your mouth in a silent scream as her teeth sink into your flesh. The darkness that follows feels almost like mercy.
Oh, and have you... Oh, believe you have no... I see mortal greed knows no bounds, nor reason. But fine. Whatever you wish. I hope your decision haunts your nights for the rest of your short, mortal life. Here, take the treasure box. I pried it from the arms of a human skeleton, buried deep at the bottom of the sea. I'm sure you'll end up...
one, unworthy one. No one has the right to challenge Trigva the Unbeaten to a duel without the blessing of the Ulfa tribe.
Not another step. You. Who are you? And why do you think you belong here? Not here, you don't. Ulfraland ain't for outsiders. Not unless the voice of the tribe says otherwise. Trust me, I wouldn't let you in if you were King Arthur himself. Especially not him. He'd have a sword up his ass before he took a step past this gate. Seal looks real enough. Fine. Go on in. But don't cause trouble. We don't take kindly to outsiders sticking their noses where they shouldn't.
Hey, you! Gefon sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the moot. Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider world. Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside the tribes to help him with... something. That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person I came across. His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't miss it.
Oi, don't I know you from somewhere? Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor from that cursed hole. Tell me, friend, how did you manage it? That hooded fellow helped you, didn't he? I need to know everything. If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, he must have really done something to rub you the wrong way. You know, among the Dalriada, when someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay it. Usually by saving theirs. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. Respect is enough. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world? Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to get back to my own people. Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Dalriada like we're some necessary evil. Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful, but once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay thanks. Dalriada will always be Dalriada, even if they're not my own tribe. Who knows? I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. I was already rotting in the asylum. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep, or maybe I'd have died an honourable death. I only know this. Thrigva forbade it, and the Ulfrats obey him like hounds chasing their master, even now in his current form. Not my chieftain, not my problem. We Gunvaldr worshipped our own giant. Wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's glowing. No one knows why. The Thoid called it a blessing. Told all the Dalriada they should rejoice. But if you ask me, they got scared. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Thoyd, who told us to be happy about our giant. Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up their own arses, acting like their problems are the only ones that matter. Who doesn't have problems, eh? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we can't see past our own noses. It's bloody senseless.
No. You're not a Dauriata, and you're too scrawny. Wouldn't make much of an impression. I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight, so Concha would see it and say, bloody hell, that Thyka's strong. I'd love to wrestle her. But with you, it just wouldn't work. No. This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer. Just look at him. Those shoulders, like he could tear limbs off. Those massive fists must have crushed dozens of skulls. And the scars. Look how long and thick they are. He's taken so many blows and he's still walking, breathing, like nothing ever happened. What does that matter when he's as strong as an Ulfr? Sure, there are things he still needs to learn about us, but I'd help him with that. How else could it be? What do your people do when they want to, you know? Look at me. Can you picture me writing romantic letters? Then you might need your head checked. And the women don't fight. They just sit and watch. Mata, I'd die of boredom. Handkerchiefs? Like he's got a cold? How the hell does a handkerchief show him I can fight? Well, I could give him a good wallop. I'm no good at talking. I'll forget what I wanted to say. And he'd think I'm thick. He probably already thinks that, with me just sitting here, staring at him. Our chieftain, what's there to say? He's the strongest, so he leads. Even if the giant hadn't marked him, no one would have matched him. We'll talk again someday.